Hello, good evening and Assalamualaikum. My name is Mahathir bin Zulkifli and today I'm going to give a brief insight about DRB Highcom financial position. For introduction, DRB Highcom Berhad, or formerly known as Diversified Resources Berhad, is one of Malaysia's leading corporation involving the automotive, manufacturing, assembly and distribution industry through its involvement in the passenger car and four-wheel drive vehicle market segment in Malaysia. DRB Highcom was listed on the main board of KLSE on 4 September 1992 and assumed a present name on 11 May 2000. The performance review. Gross profit margin in 2015 showing slightly higher than in 2015. This may be due to slightly higher material and manufacturing costs at that period. Overall, both ratios showed considerably low gross profit margin, this reflecting high cost of goods sold and low demand in sales. For cash return on asset, the cash contribution to asset in 2016 showing negative return due to high loss in the financial year. On the other hand, the cash return on asset performance in 2015 is better with 0.04%. For earning per share, earning or net income per share in 2016 showing negative value. This due to the net loss in 2016. On the other hand, EPS in 2015 performed better, 15 cents per share. This reflects inconsistency of the company revenue. That's for the performance review. Now the activity review. Ratio for both years representing higher sales than inventories. In other words, the balance between sales and inventories doesn't match. The ratio gap is a bit far. This reflecting understock which can contribute to late delivery or longer lead time for inventory turnover. For asset turnover ratio in 2015 is higher than 2016. This is due to loss in revenue in 2016. Overall, both years reflecting inconsistency and poor asset management to generate revenue. Next, financing review. Debt ratio in 2016 slightly higher than 2015, which indicate lower asset to its liabilities. Both years representing below 1 ratio, which reflecting the capability of its asset to pay off its liabilities. Overall, the company considered as low debt but not considered as less risky. For debt to equity ratio, both years the ratio are in between 3.5 to 3.9, which slightly higher in 2016. This implies higher liabilities. Overall, this indicates that the company financing preference will creditor financing than investor financing. Now, for liquidity position. The quick asset in 2016 is slightly higher than 2015. Both years represent low quick asset or current asset that can be liquidated to cash in short period. This also implies the company has lower current asset compared to long-term asset. Overall, the company's ability to pay its current liabilities is considered poor and less favorable. For working capital, both years ratio indicate below 1 ratio with slightly lower in 2016. This is considered as risky by creditor and investor. Overall, both years implies that the company isn't running efficiently and its current asset can cover its current debt. In conclusion, DRB Highcom performance in 2016 is lower comparing in 2015 with negative net profit for the financial. It is suggested that DRB Highcom to manage its asset management and eventually better to improve its sales. And that's all for me. Thank you and good evening.
Greetings, my name is Arif Iskandar. Shortly, my group will share with you our findings regarding Malaysian Airport Berhad. As an introduction, Malaysia Airport Berhad was established in the year 1999 with the core business of to operate and maintain the airports in Malaysia. It was listed in the main board of Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange in the year 1999 with an authorized capital of 2 billion ringgit. As for its milestones, Malaysia Airports Berhad currently has 5 international airports, 16 domestic airports, 2 overseas airports and 11 with 11,000 employees. As for its financial highlights, it has a market capitalization of 2 billion ringgit with the group revenue in the year 2016 of 4.172 billion. Currently, its total equity is total about 8.7 billion ringgit. Now, we will look into its performance ratio. Malaysian Airport Berhad in the year 2016 has an EPS of 0.94 compared to 2015 of negative 1.09. Its profit margin increased from the year 2015 to 2016 with 1.75. This shows that the company is moving towards profitability compared to last year. Regarding its activity ratios, its asset turnover ratio increased in the year 2016 to 0.20, with an inventory turnover slightly decreases in the year 2016 with 30.06 compared to 32.90 in the year 2015. Regarding its decreasing inventory turnover, it shows that the company is slowly disposing its inventory. As for its financing, its debt ratio and debt to equity ratio decreases from the year 2015 to 2016. This shows that the company is managing its debts better than last year, which its current asset can cover its debts. As for its liquidity position, the asset test ratio for Malaysian Airport Berhad increased from the year 2015 to 2016 with a 1.39 times, with working capital of 822,000 in the year 2016. As a conclusion, Malaysian Airport Berhad has a sound financial footing in moving towards profitability in the year 2017. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum and very good evening. My name is Amal Auni. Today I'm going to talk about IOI Properties Group financial performance. But before we start to the main topic, let me say a few introductions about the company. IOI Properties Group Berhad is one of Malaysia's leading public listed properties developers. It has built a solid reputation as the esteemed property arm of IOI Group prior to its successful listing onto the main board of Malaysian Stock Exchange on 15 January 2014. Today, IOI PG is renowned as one of the largest property companies in the country with proven track record spanning more than 3 decades in the property development industry. Its principal activities include property development, property investment, leisure, and hospitality. Now, proceed to the performance review. Overall, the IOI Properties Group performance in 2016 is shown an increasing trend compared to those in 2015. Take a look at the profit margin in 2016. They was able to double its figure to 0.36, means that they doubled their profit. Their ROE in 2016 also saw an increase up to 0.15 points compared to previous year. Now let's move on to activity review. Like its performance, the company's activity also shown an improvement in 2016. IOI Properties Group are more efficient in gathering sales from their assets. They was also able to sell the inventory faster and also able to shorten the credit collecting period up to almost a month. Next, let's move on to financing review. The financing review also saw an improvement in 2016. The total debt it has in 2016 is decreasing compared to those in 2015. However, the debt proportion in their equity is slightly increased from 2015 to 2016. Now, the last part of the financial performance is liquidity position. In liquidity position, the company also performed well in 2016. It has more sufficient short-term assets in 2016 than those in 2015. And also, in 2016, the company was able to increase its working capital by almost 500% higher than it was in 2015. Overall, we can say that the performance of IOI Properties Group is improving from year to year, especially between 2015 and 2016. That's all from me. Thank you and very good evening.
Hello everyone, very good evening to all. My name is Muhammad Azimi bin Hamzah, and today I will present on the Fraser and Neef Holding Berhad, or also been called as FNN as we. Okay, basically I just want to explain on the brief history of FNN. They are already established in Malaysia for 133 years, and they have been established as one of the iconic beverage producer, as we know is 100 plus one of them. And basically they had been considered as a number one in a total beverage player in Malaysia and ASEAN as well. And the way forward for them, basically they want to be the sustainable growth and cost efficient organization, and also they had strategized very well for the purpose of deepening and widening their market by transforming their route to market. And FNN Group had embarked the key transformation initiative as to reorganize the business to be exposed more on the market centric, and they also want to orientate it to the customers' ease of doing business with them. And for the total performance review, and for the FNN groups, we can say that FNN Group sustained profitable condition and profitable position has been proved by the EPS, that's stating tremendous increase from 76.5 cent in 2015 increased to 105.3 cent in 2016, and as well as their increasing in gross profit margin and a profit margin as well. And for the activity review, they also resemble that the sales that been generated by the total asset of the group in 2016 considerably slightly less efficient compared to 2015, and the asset turnover ratio stating that in 2016 they had been slightly less compared to 2015. And for the financial review, basically they has less debt level based on the debt ratio, which is equivalent to 38% in both years, and the debt ratio indicate that the group is in the good financial situation in both years. They have a less leverage and having the minimal financial risk. And for the liquidity position, basically indicate that the group has sufficient short-term asset to cover the liabilities in both years. And the acid test ratios indicate that they have the ratios of 1.48%, 1.48 ratios, and it's been higher in 2016, indicate that they had a stronger position compared to 2015. And as a conclusion, basically the group had represented the outstanding years in 2016 in terms of performance, financial capability and liquidity position, despite having slightly less efficient of the group activities. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good evening, and today I'm going to discuss further on Shangri-La Hotel Malaysia Berhad's financial performance, liquidity and their activity. To go on overview of the company, it is actually founded by Robert Kwok, and the first hotel was in Singapore in April 1971, followed by in Hangzhou in November 1984 and Kuala Lumpur in April 1955. Well, Shangri-La are 5-star luxury properties with premier city address across Asia Pacific, North America, the Middle East and Europe. Shangri-La consists of Shangri-La Resort, Shangri-La Traders Hotel, Carry Hotel and Hotel Gens that serve different purpose for different kinds of accommodations. Shangri-La also won multiple awards such as Green Asian Hotel Award, Kuala Lumpur Maze Tourism, Best Luxury Hotel and Best Business Hotel in Malaysia. To move forward, we will discuss further on the performance of the hotel and the group. The company is still profitable but with a lower rate compared to last year. The gross profit margin is lower than the year before due to losses borne by the company. The book value per common share is considered, the level is safe for common shareholders in 2015 compared to 2016. However, the cash return on asset shows that the business performance in both years are equally efficient. To move move along to activity, the company disposes its inventory at a higher rate compared to the year before. There is no changes in asset turnover for both years. To move along to financing ratio, the debt ratio slightly increased by 1% compared to previous year. This shows that the debt can be covered by available asset and equity. Whereas the liquidity position, the company has enough short-term assets to cover their liabilities in both years, since there is better position compared to previous year. The company are in significant liquid and in going better position to short-term financial health in both year, as the capital margin in increase as compared to the year 2016 to 2015. That's all from me. Thank you.